just got to talk about this again. This one I kind of seen it and I'm like, okay, what's going on with this? I was perplexed and confused about this, but apparently Lil Yachty has responded to claims that he stopped a Drake and Lil Uzi Vert collab. I didn't even know we had one down the pipeline. I ain't gonna lie to you. Didn't know this was a thing. Didn't know this could have happened. Well, Drake did collab with Playboy Cardi, so it does make sense we could have had a Uzi and Drake collab. Now again, I think there was a point that Lil Uzi and what's this nigga name? Lil Yachty was beefing. I don't know exactly when that was, but clearly there was a point they were beefing. So I don't know if it's because Drake and Yachty is locked in. That's his man's for real. Looks like that's a good friend of his. So it's kind of like, hey yo, Uzi, that's cool, but I fuck with Yachty. That's my man's. So again, I don't know if that was the thing, but I digress. Let's get into it. I'm trying to figure this out like you. Like, subscribe, do all that. So Drake and Lil Uzi Vert were so close to dropping their first ever song together a few years ago called At the Gates. So Drake and Lil Uzi Vert are a duo that many rap fans have wanted to come to fruition. Outside of them being two of the biggest superstars in the genre, the demand also stems from their profound respect for one another. In 2023, the boy brought out the Philadelphia native to perform with him at J. Cole's Dreamville Fest and a show in January of that year. During the latter performance, the Toronto icon rained incredible amounts of praise on the Love is Rage artist.
This guy right here, like anytime in life, anytime like just I feel like down or whatever it is, I always get a message from him checking in, never asking for nothing, just checking. So I want to let you know, if you ever want to do well and go far in life, you got to check on your people. Not only are you one of the greatest artists of this time, I'm so excited to exist at the same time as you, how experimental you get, how genius you are, but this guy checks up on me. He's a fucking real one. Make some noise for Uzi.
This is a family show. Make some noise for my actual real life brother. He goes by the name of Lil Uzi Vert. I love this guy so much. I ain't gonna lie. The amount of times I have heard Drake go on stage or someone say, yo, shout out this dude, this my brother. I love him so much. Sometimes I feel like that nigga lying. And like, sometimes you're trying to big up the artist or whatever happened, but I feel like this nigga lying like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna care. Anyways, he continued at the time. Anytime I feel down or whatever it is, I always get a message from him checking in, never asking for nothing, just checking in. So I want to let you know, if you ever want to do well and go far in life, you got to check in on your people. That's factual. I ain't gonna lie, that is fact. You got to tap in with your people, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I got a couple dollars right now because I'm going through a situation. A couple people reach out, showing me love, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, Drake concluded, I love this guy so much. Not only are you one of the greatest artists of this time, I'm so excited to exist at the same time as you. How experimental you get, how genius you are, but this guy checks up on me. He's a effing real one. No, but their connection runs deeper than that. In 2021, their unreleased collab that's known as At the Gate surfaced. It was a huge teaser that drummed up a lot of excitement. It would go on to be played yet again in 2023, but it sadly has yet to see the full spotlight. The hope was that it would land on the third Scary Hours EP. I don't think we ever gonna get that. There's been some nostalgia ramping back up for this song on X, and some are aiming their frustrations at Lil Yachty. One fan in particular squarely put the blame on Lil Bo alongside audio of At the Gates as seen above. It's forever F Lil Yachty because the world needed to hear this, the angry fan writes. The Georgia talent responded with just as much vulgarity? However the fuck you say that, annoyed because he says this doesn't fall through because of him at all. For context, the rumor that fans have peddled is that Yachty has a beef with Lil Uzi, and because of that, he told Drake to keep the song to himself. Why the F do y'all think I'm the reason this didn't come out? The sample didn't get cleared. Get off my D. Yachty is referring to the sample of Whitney Houston. I will always... that would be hard to clear. That would be hard to clear. I ain't gonna lie. Also, according to him, he has no beef with Lil Uzi. He explained that during a live stream last year, recalling a time when they accidentally ran into each other and there were no issues whatsoever. He was in the car. I opened his door and I was like, my bad. He was like, wrong car. And I said, okay. And I closed the door. I ain't got no problem with it. That is crazy. Imagine me chilling in a car door, a nigga comes in, oop, oh, wrong car, my nigga. Oh, my bad. And close it. That'd be so awkward. I ain't gonna lie. That'd be awkward as fuck. I'm just minding my business. But hey, I think Yachty got hit last time when that song, SOD or Super Soak, whatever the fuck we called it. And it leads to Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat played it, and we was like, oh, this shit hard, yada yada yada. And then after the song didn't really come out because the dude who had the sample, he's like, yo, I'll clear that shit, but I'm at a different stage of my life. I want it to be positive. Y'all can't be cussing or doing whatever. Like, you gotta do this. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. But my nigga, like, I was sitting there like, nigga, let the song come out sometime. Like, let it come out. To clear Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You, number one, that's going to have to be a bag. And that song is cemented. That's going to be hard to clear. And probably the estate would get most of the money garnered for the song. If the song is a major hit, the estate would probably get most of the money. As we see with the Juice WRLD situation with Sting. But anyways, man, I think Sting got like 92%, which was crazy. But besides all that, what do y'all think about this situation? Y'all blaming? Well, see, this is the thing. I heard about the Uzi Yachty beef, though. So, again, I don't know how deep it got. Probably maybe could have been about girls. I'm just speculating right now. I don't know how deep it got, but yeah, clearly there was a thing. There was a thing. But regardless, what do y'all feel about this? Comments down below. Links in the description. Hey, Friendly Neighborhood Cat A signing off for today. Black TJ did while they're doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe. You trying a little bit more, you heard me. And I'm gone. Slimes on P-Shells, gang. Aye.